Teaching Students with Hearing Impairments, a Disability Presentation by Jessica Jones. What are hearing impairments? Under IDEA, hearing impairment means an impairment in hearing, whether permanent or fluctuating, that adversely affects a child's educational performance, but that is not included under the definition of deafness in this section. In other words, hearing impairments can affect every person differently. Some get better and worse or change frequently, some stay the same all the time, and a hearing impairment is not the same as deafness or a complete inability to hear. Some signs of hearing impairments include trouble understanding speech and/or has an unclear speech, inability to concentrate in noisy environments, or frequently asking for words or sentences to be repeated. Other signs of hearing impairments are experiencing a ringing sound in one or both ears, not following directions and/or appearing to ignore the speaker, and the student may use a very high volume with technological devices. Now we will move on to teaching strategies. Teachers can reduce background noise and distractions. Excess noise can drown out important information from the teacher or a classmate's speech, and noisy classrooms prevent students that are deaf or hard of hearing from fully participating in a lesson. Teachers can also use assistive technology, such as computer-aided note-taking or FM transmitter systems, where the teacher wears a transmitter and a microphone that connects to the student's hearing aids or other devices. Teachers can also use American Sign Language or ASL as a reading tool in class to help the deaf and hard of hearing students to learn ASL, and also for the teacher to communicate positive reinforcement to the students that are deaf or hard of hearing. Visual strategies are also very useful, such as artifacts, pictures, closed captions. Teachers can use transition time cards or hourglass timers, as well as graphic organizers or concept maps to help students visualize important connections. The deaf and hard of hearing communities are very diverse. Hard of hearing people can choose to be part of the deaf community or be an ally to it, and people identify differently within the deaf and hard of hearing communities. You can take a look inside a deaf and hard of hearing preschool classroom by following this link. Here are some resources for the deaf and hard of hearing communities: the National Association of the Deaf and the World Federation of the Deaf. Both of these links will take you directly to their websites. American Sign Language is a visual language communicated through hands, body, and facial cues. Shape, placement, movement of hands, and body language affect meaning to convey information. These images are from the ASL alphabet. This is part 1, letters A through G. Part 2 is letters H through M. Part 3 is letters N through Z. All of these images include directions for hand movements and motions. This is a picture depicting ASL number symbols and hand movements. This is a link to an ASL for Beginners video by Take Lessons Live. The images are stills from the video. And this is a list of more information on hearing impairments. The references are all available through the UB libraries.